Now, controversial statement. This is Tamara's lies are backfiring, and Katie Janella's dark revenge. Now, I know you don't like Katie, as
No, I
again.
don't not like it. It's funny because a lot of the fans really seem to kind of like side with her. And what I've done
Hmm.
to be able to watch the show and honestly be able to comment on it with you is that I've kind of taken my personal opinion out of it and I'm watching it as a viewer and I'm like, okay, like if I'm just watching this without my own, issues with Katie, I'm like, they're kind of crucifying her. Yes, is she lying a little bit here and there? Absolutely. But the way they're like crucifying her, I'm like, all of you have done this to some extent.
Yeah, they all have. And the thing is, like, so Tamra, I mean, look, Tamra's lies to me are backfiring on her because, like, okay, yes, Katie did this. Let's not
Sure,
blame anyone else. But
sure.
I mean, the person who brought, for not even the blogger, the thing with Shannon to me is like, you did it, okay. Shannon, let's not even get into her for a minute with all her overreacting, but how is this even a thing? It's because of the rat that scurries.
Yes.
It's Tamara brought this out. This is what she does, as Gretchen says. She knew this. She held on to this. She
For a
knew
year.
Katie filmed her, and now when it's time, she's brings it up, and she does the confessionals, and she's like, "Oh well, whoops. Oh wow, that wasn't out there. Like, girl,
Bro, you know it wasn't out there. How would it be out there? Like nobody knew but you. Like how would it be out there? So I was like, wait a second. And then to say the thing that bothers me at Tamara, she could have said, Katie filmed you. No, no, no. She took it a step further, right? She's like, she then played it for Jen and Alexis. That's the part where it's like, now you took it to Alexis in an active lawsuit. She knew what she was doing. And then to run after Katie when Katie's already leaving, she's already been evicted from the party. I'm leaving. You then chase her down. And listen, whether I like Katie or not, I know Matt, her husband, he's lovely. He's always gonna stand up for her. He's gonna like defend his wife. He's like, "Are you seriously coming over here?" And the thing is, like, a lot of people were like, "Oh, he shouldn't have gotten involved." He's not on the show, and he's not a girl. He's a dude. We're guys. Let's. When I have a problem with someone, I like to go directly in it. I'm not a woman. I'm not gonna
same
go like,
here."
okay. I'm like, "Oh, are you really coming over here and talking to us on camera? You know what you're doing, Tamara. Like, he didn't say on camera, but that's probably what he wanted to say. Like, you're gonna come over here, pretend to check on it on my wife when you are the reason she's in this position. Hello?
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I mean. And that's yes, that's what I mean. And so that's why, yeah, exactly. And so these lies of hers, they are backfiring because most people are actually on Katie's side.
they are. It's actually pushing people to go more on Katie's side. And then the stunts that Tamara plays
And
would have worked.
Miss Simpson ain't helping the matter.
No,
She ain't helping
the
it.
Hulk, the Hulk is not helping. The
She's
Hulk
a
is
mean girl.
it's too much. And then Gina saying, I'm not gonna film next season if Katie's there. Girl, a lot of people are like, then leave. Like even on her own Instagram, they're like, leave. So I think there's just like this idea that like we can just ice Katie out. I mean it might work, but the fact is people are now kind of going towards Katie because they're like, wait a second, talking about someone's kid and their custody battle on live TV without a warning is not the same thing as a nanny and the 9-year-old with Heather. This doesn't seem that deep. Oh, my 9-year-old said Heather was mean. I mean, Heather is kind of a little bit in her own world and is a little mean. We can all see
Hmm.
it. I like Heather, don't get me wrong, but she's like, if you're bleeding on her carpet, she's like, oh my God, that's expensive. Like, she's not like really that empathetic. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Heather lives in Heather world, so it's like that's not really that shocking. So I think it's starting to backfire. And then like bringing Joe, that stunt would have worked 10 years ago. Nowadays, people are like, okay, Tamara, like you're bringing Joe in there, like,
Like, give
what?
me a break. It's not going to scare Gretchen away. Yeah, no, I think Tamara's lies are backfiring because people are going towards Katie, and Katie's dark, dark plan of revenge is working. Her plan of revenge in the real world is like, I'm not saying anything. Like, and I think it's working.
Mhm.
That's an inside source has told me that her plan is just to sit back and let it all. Yeah, Katie, guess what? Your dark plan of revenge, it's working.
It's actually
Just
working. So Meghan
let
Markle's
them
publicist must have done something right. She
just
must have.
let them, they're hanging themselves. Like people don't like a gang up. And Tamara's mean and Emily's mean. And yes, when Gina said this, first of all, talk about lies. Really, Gina? I'm calling you on this lie. You're
Yeah.
going to resign when you made $0 before this. You were living in God knows what. You were self-professed like broke.
Mhm.
You have a bigger house? Well, why is that? You're in season seven because you're probably making like 500 grand now, 600. Like there's a reason. You're
And you have
not
10
leaving.
deals. You're
You're
not
not
leaving.
leaving. You're not leaving Orange County Housewives, Gina.
No, no.
0% chance.
It's a
Katie
lie.
can multiply times 10. You're not resigning.
No.
Let's live in reality.
Yeah. She's not resigning. And the way that she's even making up with Katie, like in that scene when Shannon like stormed, she went and checked on Katie. I'm like, girl, you're saying you're gonna leave if she comes back, but then you're like trying to like align yourself with her. It doesn't ring true. And I know a lot of people say like, how are Gina and Emily still on the show? As someone who lives in Orange County, they reflect Orange County people. So whether or not you like them, this is what people in Orange County act like. Sorry, I like knocked my computer because I'm annoyed. But like this is like they show that part of Orange County. So I think it's I disagree when people are like they don't fit the mold. Because in my opinion, they actually do. Like they actually fit that mold
And
pretty
they
good.
do the job. Like,
They do the
especially this
Mhm.
season, like this season, I feel more than ever. Like they are, even last season, like they are doing the job. They come, they speak up, they don't mind yelling, they don't mind getting dirty. They do get into it.
They do. I think Jen's not doing anything. If they want to get rid of someone, I think Jen isn't really doing anything.
I like Jen though.
I like her. Don't get me wrong. I like her. I actually really like Ryan. I don't know what he's done. I hope he
I
hasn't
like
done other
Ryan.
stuff. But I like him. And I just love that Eddie was like, I'm done with this show. Like, don't show me. I don't want to be a part of this. I was
All
like,
right.
that's kind of refreshing. I was like, I love that.
And I love that Slade is the opposite. Slade is like, let's go, Gretchen. Listen, I mean, and so like, listen, I'm really not anyone's team. I really like everyone. I just think that Katie's little plan of revenge is working. Just everyone's kind of on her side.
They are. Just let it be. I think if you take a, note from Mel Robbins, let them go. And I think that's coming, that has to come from the publicist because Katie is like, my interactions with her have been very much like for her to go deep into it and get into it with everyone. I think someone told her, like, just have a problem with everyone and like try to use all the research you can get, all the DMs and get into everyone's business. And I don't think that's the best way. And I think she realized that this season and is like, I'm just gonna like just keep my mouth shut. I'm just gonna take it. And even when Shannon was coming at her, she was just kind of taking it.
Well,
So
that's the thing. And like, can someone, like, to your point, that's the plan. I mean, they have all done interviews. Heather talks less about Katie, but she talks about it. She says, no, I don't see how we can move forward. Emily says flat out, like, I don't see any world in which she can come back. They're basically saying it. I don't know. I don't know if they have that power. Seems like they're all aligned on icing her out. Seems like, shockingly, Tamara is her one link, maybe, which I mean, God, it's if you're, I mean, other than pedantry, if you're resting your future on Tamra, I mean, Jesus, good luck. But I'm not sure it could work like that because if nobody wants to, I'm not so sure.
I don't
I'm
know.
not so sure they're going to get rid of her.
I don't think so either. I
I'm
was like,
not.
this season starting, I was very much like, this is gonna be her demise, but I think the way she's handling it is actually really good. And the way that they're coming at, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not, I'm always very honest with you guys. I do revel in a little bit of her being kind of like smacked around because she did a number on me. So I'm like, but I also feel like after a couple episodes of that, I was like, I think they need to stop because at the end of the day, whatever happened between me and Katie was not like she didn't like run over my, dog or something. She
Yeah.
like did some weird stuff. People do weird stuff when they're in the limelight. They don't know how to handle it. I have no ill will towards her. I hope she's super successful. She's not a bad person. She has a good heart. She is a good mother. I'm happy that her kids are starting to trickle back into her house. I'm
You
like,
just get used to it. Like I've had sorted pass with Teresa. I've had sorted pass with Aiden. I've had sorted pass with Margaret. And I don't speak to when Margaret sends flowers to Teresa and says, whatever that said, sorry for your death or whatever that I'm
you're like,
like, brilliant move, Margaret Joseph's like I really can separate myself when
sure.
I'm watching the show and be like, loved it, Margaret.
Yeah,
Bravo.
sure.
You just get used to it. You just separate the personal from the job,
Really. And you
you
also
know?
can then appreciate the parts that you liked about them. Like when Katie was like really like with her and Jen when they're getting along, or when she's with Gretchen, I'm like, she is a very